we are propelling governments in Africa that want to be in government without governance. And that for me is a crisis. It's a huge crisis we have all over Africa. And that crisis is very, very prevalent in Nigeria, where people in government are only interested in being in government for the sake of being in government without offering real solutions to the problems affecting their people. That is governance.
Good. That is my immediate elder brother, and it is running in our vein. When it comes to advocacy for a better society, it runs in our vein. Viewers and subscribers, so welcome back again. This is BVI Channel 1, where we tell you undiluted truth. Let me begin by asking Nigerians this question. Do we really have elites in this country? To me, the answer is no. The worst set of people in Nigeria is the educated Nigerians. And I like it the way Abia Zekwesili put it to the lawyers.
There's something important that Dr. Albi Ezekwesili has to say, just in 30 seconds.
Seconds. All right. I am glad you guys are here to listen to me. And maybe you won't invite me again after I'm done. You represent the heartbeat of professionalism in our country, in any society. I think it's important that we don't laugh through the conditions that we find ourselves as a people. You're the best of minds. Anyone who is able to train and become a lawyer in Nigeria represents the elite of our society. What's going on is an abandonment of responsibility by the elite of our country. The truth is, the people of this country, the larger population of the poor, are almost trapped in intractable poverty. Some 133 million are perniciously in that state of poverty. And guess what? The lawyers determining the rule of law of this society and what is rewarded, what is punished, at the heart of it. The question that I hope your conference this year would force each of you to ask is, should there be an evaluation of what our profession has done to provide the necessary guardrails for the behavior of our political class? It's got to be that we, as the privileged class, for as long as you're educated, you're a privileged class, we need to understand that this society lays prostrate for the poor right now, some 133 million of them, that a distorted incentive society is making it impossible for them to actually have a quality of life that is close enough to just being normal. And therefore, I am praying that as the legal profession, you can agree that there is serious discussions that are making it difficult for incentives to align in the direction where hard work is rewarded. This country has to go back to rewarding hard work. This idea that politics is the pathway to becoming wealthy is an anomaly. Any profession that is rewarding this kind of prebendalist behavior cannot be a profession that cares about tomorrow. But I do know that I know some of you, and you're some of the best minds that we have in this society. So, stop trading this profession. Stop giving this profession over to a bunch of lousy politicians that want to destroy generations here and unborn. Don't invite me again. Even if you invite me, I may not come again. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Ladies and gentlemen, the final, just hold on.
Good. It is resounding. Many people are giving her standing ovation. But at the end of the day, after elections, you will see the same lawyers line up to defend impunity in court in the name of Electoral Tribunal. Until this agitation goes beyond you rendering your professional service to criminals, let them go and defend themselves. Until we get to that point, forget it. Because this, come to think of it, who are the ones rigging elections for the politicians? That is on the categories of the educated people. Yes, most educated people are the ones doing more damage in electoral fraud than even the touts on the street. Who are those who are appointed returning officers or state electoral officers in different states during elections? Professors. They are the ones that cook this impunity and served it to Nigerian people. At different levels, at different states. Except one that happened in Abia State, where we saw a professor, woman professor, who stood her ground gidigba to say, no, it will not happen in my own state.
It has become expedient for me to reiterate my guiding principles since I started coalition activities for the Abia State governorship election on Sunday, 19th March 2023. 1. I am Professor Mrs. Naira Ni Ibewo. Democracy remains the best form of government, and democracy is the government of the people, by the people, and for the people. It is the best form of governance. 4. I have spent the better part of my adult life in pursuit of the high ideals of good governance, which includes, but are not limited to, the following: the rule of law, transparency, accountability, inclusiveness, etc. I shall stand squarely, unapologetically on these principles. Five. Therefore, the people's voice and mandate shall stand.
In Abia State in the last election. And that was how Abia State people were liberated from bad governance of so many years. And you know, the woman did not even do it out of her own courage alone, because she had the backing of the people who were standing gallant round about that electoral collection center where the election will be announced, the result will be announced. Massively, people keeping vigil to protect their votes like their life depends on it. Like they are determined to liberate themselves from bad governance. That was how they were liberated. If that is not the case, Abia State will have continued to be in a mess up to today. Thank God, voices are rising to address professionals. And this one is coming from my own blood. Listen to this.
We are propelling governments in Africa that want to be in government without governance. And that for me is a crisis. It's a huge crisis we have all over Africa. And that crisis is very, very prevalent in Nigeria, where people in government are only interested in being in government for the sake of being in government without offering real solutions to the problems affecting their people. That is governance. And that is where, like I raised in the morning, the issue of political question comes in. Whatever we do with political question will be at the heart of this debt justice campaign. Because people go to government and all they are interested in is to hold the pen that signs the contract. That's all they are interested in. But contract without governance would lead us into deeper spirals of debt. And those are where the issues are. People just want to sign contracts, but they don't want to provide governance.
Good. That is my immediate elder brother, and it is running in our vein. Those of you who knows us, we know that when it comes to advocacy for a better society, it runs in our vein. So what I'm doing here is not because I chose to do it. I am born to do it. To advocate for a better society, for public interest, for good governance, to liberate Nigerians from the principalities and powers, the demons, blood-sucking demons in power, in the name of your political class. Nobody is coming to save you but yourselves, and that is the message. As long as we are concerned, Nigerians are trapped. But who can liberate them? Don't wait for any savior to come. You can only liberate yourself by changing your attitude towards governance. By thinking that by you collecting that peanut, by you giving that service to that corrupt politician, you have collected your own. And that is the one you know. Ultimately, you are a victim of your own mischievous attitude and mentality. That is the truth. Until this revolution gets to that point, forget it. Nigerians will continue being in a mess and continue being slaves in their own country. And there will be no hope to liberate Nigerians from bad governance. It's up to you. I've delivered the message. Share it like your life depends on it. We are sparking a revolution that will liberate Nigerians from bad governance. I'm Asujino Peters, your advocate for good governance. Help me share it to everyone. Bye-bye for now. GGN, uniting the people for good governance.